can't wait to get started in the NBA 2K21 demo, get my player started, and of course, all-time Lakers versus all-time Celtics.
Just out of curiosity, Chris, who has more championship rings?
Yeah, I was going to talk about the Lakers, but then you bring up that argument, and I really don't have anything to say about it, unfortunately. So that's a low blow.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation. Now it's into a momentous decision, DA. Thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Thomas is out there with Allen. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then there's Harris. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Coming up next,
it's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the... And a quick look here at some of the numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. They've got Jared Allen. Harris is out there with Thomas. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the three, the small forward. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards.
And a great track record in the draft for the Nets. Karis LeVert selected with the 20th pick and Jared Allen taken at 22.
And you might want to throw in guys too. Rodions Kurucs, the 40th pick in 2018, had a big impact, even participated in the Rising Stars Challenge. And, you know, sometimes you got to make your own breaks, make your own good fortune, and that's exactly what the Nets have done.
You have to push Hachimura out of there if you're the defense. He's a real problem on the interior.
Pass to Bonga. Wizards passing it around. Here's Hachimura. Allen knocks it away. And they get it back. Bryant. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And on the season, you know, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
You know, his free throw percentage has dropped this year, but not really enough to raise any red flags or become alarmed about it.
Up again, and Thomas with the second chance points.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in. The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder.
And night in and night out, that's what he provides.
Here's Hachimura. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against New York.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Count the basket. Hachimura's got his second basket.
And his coaches and teammates love that. They want Hachimura getting after it more on that offensive glass. And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And out of Japan, a real interesting prospect, Hachimura, especially now that he can stretch the floor.
Yeah, he found the three ball in his last year of college, hit over 40%. You combine that with the size, the motor, he is really versatile, and I feel like he's putting it all together.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And proving to be effective around the rim, Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
But they'll get another chance. They kick out to Brown. Bonga, the pass to Brown. And yes, it's good.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
Now, here's Napier. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Here's Bonga. And it's sent back by Allen.
Don't challenge him. Get that out of here. Allen's almost 7 feet now. He's got excellent timing and good bounce.
Wizards leading by 7. 1:25 left in the first quarter of the game. Smith against Johnson. Smith the pass to Hachimura. And that one is hammered home.
You know, in addition to his blinding speed, Smith just drops dimes all over the place. He's really difficult to match up against in the pick and roll.
Some great shooters here. Let's check out the league leaders. Third is Jared Allen.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Johnson against Smith. From deep.
Boy, the quick feed of Smith there, making his presence felt on the defensive end of the floor.
Launches a 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Wizards beat them last time when these two teams met in Washington.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten the win.
Mo Wagner's checked in for the Wizards.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Robinson passes to Smith. Mahimi with it. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Nets trail by 6. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Johnson against Smith. Shot from the wing. Johnson can't hit.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And, you know, whenever Smith gets that close to the bucket, he's sharp in how he finishes these chances. I mean, he's got a lot of different ways to get that ball up and down.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. It's the Wizards. They lead by 6. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming.
I don't really limit myself to one position.
And with all the switching we see teams, Greg, employing right now, that defensive versatility is highly prized, highly valuable.
And Johnson, an excellent athlete. He's got the tools to impact the game both offensively and defensively.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Wizards.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
So for Brooklyn now, Luwawu is out there with Caruch. And it's Crawford, then it's Garrett Temple. And it's Johnson in at points. Mark, you were such a terrific athlete growing up, and it must be fun for you watching your kids and soon your grandkids go through their athletic journeys.
It really is one of the great blessings and treats of my life to see our kids grow and develop as people, but also to enjoy different sports. Our boys played basketball and soccer, and our daughter played volleyball, all played in college at some level. And so it is great. Anytime you see your kids find their lane, enjoy running in it, and do well in that lane, it's joy indescribable.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. As we approach the playoffs, let's see how the East is shaping up. You take a look at the Nets. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And, of course, Washington, just a couple spots back.
And seeing where Washington is, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's really hard to figure out exactly what's been missing, but there is something missing. It perhaps could be the system they're playing in.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
Deflects the pass. Bonga the pass to Napier. Fires the three. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Well, it's a new front office in Washington, and Greg, they've got their work cut out for him.
John Wall's huge supermax contract as he deals with the Achilles injury. Tough questions to be answered about the direction they're going to take talent-wise.
At the tip, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Luau's got 7 points in the game.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Chioza's got his first points in this one.
And I don't care what his size is, you cannot forget to box him out. He's just got a nose for the ball, and he is fearless in attacking the glass. And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Luau, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Wizards making a switch here. Brown's checked in. Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Bryant drives in. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 7 points in the game.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
1:32 left in the first half of the game. Chioza passes to LeVert. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Second chance shot. Got a hand on it, but he recovers it. The Nets working the ball around now. Thomas. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
For Washington, they have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
56 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Chioza. Napier covering. Shot clock at 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. And so Bryant will bring it up for the Wizards. Bonga gets the bucket. Bunga's got the lead up to 12 now for the Wizards.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the second. The pass to Wagner. Here's Brown. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's on Jared Allen.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case, Greg. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Johnson attacking. He kicks it to Allen. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Bunga. Smith outside. Brown outside. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Washington.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Washington in control. They lead by 10. Thanks for joining us, folks.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Wizards leading by 10. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Napier. And it's Bunga in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Passes to Bryant. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Bryant. Kicks it to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the shot is good. Brown's got 8.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
And it's LeVert missing.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And with the signing of Durant and Irving along with DeAndre Jordan, Greg, are the Brooklyn Nets now claiming the mantle for the top team in New York?
Listen, they were already the better team a season ago. After stealing the Knicks' thunder in free agency, acquiring the superstar talent, they're poised to steal the Knicks' cultural relevance as well.
To the middle, here's Hachimura.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Down low, wants to get it to Bryant and does. Great positioning on the putback.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Greg, they're getting outworked on the glass, and those second chance buckets have devastated their defense.
LeVert the pass to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Here's Bunga. The putback. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 11. Here's LeVert. The shot comes out. Pass to Napier. Brown kicks to Napier. Nice ball movement by Washington. Bunga the pass to Napier. The 3 from Bryant. Wizards working now with the new shot clock. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Johnson, good.
You know, they'll take the points, but I'm sure Coach would prefer a higher percentage look next time.
Brown outside. Fires from deep. Offensive rebound. It's good on the putback. And the Wizards lead by 11.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
A shot by Johnson, no good. Wizards have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Here's Robinson. Napier. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Napier's got the lead up to 13 now for Washington.
Yeah, just a terrific job of just staying with it. Nice.
LeVert with it. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Harris kicks to LeVert. 4 on the clock. Here's Thomas. And again, it's the Nets missing.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Nets trail by 13. The pass to LeVert. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And the layup falls. LeVert's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, he's getting smarter at reading these situations, guys. LeVert's basketball IQ and pick and rolls ascending.
Now here's Napier. He's guarded by Johnson. Back to Napier. Pass to Hachimura. Mahimi trying to get open. Unable to get that one. Great D that time from Thomas. It's LeVert on the wing. The three. That one falls. Coming off the Johnson feed. Johnson's got his 4th assist in this one. From deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's the Washington Wizards holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency. And
guys, you get rewarded by playing hard.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. So for Brooklyn now, Allen is out there with Caruch. Then it's Crawford, and it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Temple in at the 2. Smith against Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Guys, how about all the second chance points they've been able to convert throughout the game?
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. Here's Temple. Doesn't go that time. Now Washington takes it the other way.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboards.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated glass.
A big part of your game was rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve the rebounding?
You know, I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
That's tipped. Johnson with it. Now Smith defending. Shot clock at 6. Temple. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Smith drives in, passes it to Hachimura. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 5 assists in the game.
At the offensive end, he's been assertive and efficient, guys. A big reason why they hold this lead right now.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. It's good on the putback.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
Bonga, the pass to Smith. Mahimi down low, working on Allen. Mahimi's shot is good.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you know, you look at the raw athleticism of Allen, very enticing. I mean, he's a quick-footed, shot-blocking big guy. He's got a great future in this league, in my opinion.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for the Wizards. Bonga, the pass to Hachimura. Bryant against Allen. Fires it up. Bryant can't get it to go.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Bonga, the pass to Robinson. Nice ball movement by Washington. Bonga, no good.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Brown, he's checked in for Washington. Napier comes in for Ish Smith. And a change for the Nets. LeVert's checked in. On the wing, Brown. Pass to Hachimura. Here's Bonga from past the arc. Knocks down the 3-ball. And the Wizards lead by 12.
Hey, I'm stating the obvious here, but he was very comfortable taking that shot. Not a defender in sight.
Launches a 3. Chioza, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Bonga gets the bucket. Bonga's got the lead up to 14 now for Washington.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
LeVert the pass to Allen. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. 14 points for Jared Allen.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Wizards.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside. And that was working all game long.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And once they polish off this win, they'll be one more victory away from sweeping the season series.
And this isn't one of those mini series either. I mean, this is a 4-gamer. As hard as it is to beat a team 3 times in a row, it's even harder to do it 4 straight.
Bonga, the pass to Bryant. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Banked in off the glass.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
Boy, they've given their fans plenty to cheer about, that's for sure. Effort, skill, coaching, you name it, they've done it.
It's the Nets now. It's a 10-point game. Here's Chioza. Here's the 3. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Way to work the glass, buffet style. Second chance bucket. They can make a big difference.
Now here's Grant for 3. And so it's the Wizards with the W. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubt.
We've been talking so much NBA 2K21, but we wanted to stop and take a moment to thank you guys for tuning in and joining us for 45 episodes in NBA 2K20.
We've had so much fun connecting with you all over this past season.
So as we put NBA 2K...
The traffic in New York City. It's getting late in the season. Let's now see the standings out east. Taking a look at Brooklyn, right now at the playoff start, they would have the 7th seed. And, of course, Charlotte, 3 spots below.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're disappointed in that. I mean, they were hoping to take that next step.
Here's the starting group for the Charlotte Hornets. Washington out there with Bridges, and there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Graham in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Nets, Jared Allen is out there with Lance Thomas. Then there's Harris. Then there's Caris LeVert, and it's Chioza in at point guard.
Yeah, and the Hornets, they had a very strong bench, not only with their scoring, but how they impact rebounding and passing. I mean, one of the better benches in this league.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And the Hornets have had a strong bench for a while now.
Yeah, depth isn't a problem for this team, Kevin. Having a formidable starting 5, though, has been. They need to consider trading some depth for an upgrade at the starting position.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Rozier looking around. He kicks to Graham. Clock at 6. Passes it to Washington. Charlotte needs to get a shot off. Goes up the baseline. And it's Graham missing. The Nets have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. And here's Harris from the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the real stats, real scores from the real NBA and the top rebounding teams in the league this season. The Nets second.
You know, it's not necessarily a glamour stat, but make no mistake, their top-notch board work has been a huge key to their success.
Rozier the pass to Washington. Charlotte moving the ball around. Clock at 4. Shot from 12. And the Hornets miss again. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. Last time they met was in Charlotte, where they beat the Hornets.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Well, that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, so tough to beat.
Yeah, good job. Just staying alert there, snatching up that long rebound. And he might not be a household name just yet, but Joe Harris is one of the game's true dead-eye marksmen. You can make the case he's the most underrated shooter in the league.
And here is Allen after Miles Bridges getting his shot to go from deep. And Thomas has it in the corner. Bridges against Harris. Just 5 to shoot. Over Bridges. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Maybe not the most famous beard in the league, but Joe Harris's beard last year, Greg, drawing some notice in the NBA.
The lumberjack look belying his feathery touch. Good size and strength, enabling him to play the small forward position when needed.
Here's Bridges. After the basket by Brooklyn. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
That's what a star talent does. If Bridges wants to fulfill his potential, he's got to attack. Use that quick first step.
Now, here's Bridges. 5 points in the game.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up. Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Zeller, he's checked in for Charlotte. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against the Heat in Miami.
And that didn't come at the cost of his defense. In fact, I think it fed his defense. He had 4 steals in that game.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The pass to Thomas. We've got 22 seconds left here in the first quarter. That's tipped.
And registering one of the highest verticals at the NBA Combine, Zeller can send your shot back.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First free throw is good. Both teams will make substitutions. And so he makes both from the line. Johnson with it. Currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Solid shot from the distance of about 14. And so it's Charlotte in the driver's seat. Up it. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
We've got Crawford. Garrett Temple is out there with Johnson. And it's Caruge in at the 5 spot. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter.
Come on, you got to get up on him and play some defense. They won't get away with that next time.
Pass to Bacon from outside the arc. Buries it from 3-point range. Bacon's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Charlotte. Another year of record-breaking offense. Why is it, Chris, that great offense so often beats great defense?
Because defense is not about stopping you. It's about making you take the option that the defense wants. And so if we make a guy that doesn't shoot jumpers very well, if we stop all the penetration and make him shoot a jumper and he knocks it down, you just got to shake his hand. Sometimes it's great D, better offense. And we know this is a scoring league. And, you can play the best defense in the world and have your hand up and, matter of fact, smack him in the face. But Curry, Harden, LeBron, they're still going to knock that shot down.
Smack him in the face, you said.
Oh, I've tried that. I've done that before, and it doesn't work with the great ones. No. Just tap them on the forehead while they're shooting a jump shot and look the other way. They'll still knock it down.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Charlotte's had to wait a bit the last few years. Now, the city hosted the All-Star game last season. But for the Hornets, they've gone 3 seasons without a playoff appearance and 15 seasons without winning a playoff series. In that time, the franchise has had 7 head coaches and a shifting front office. But Buzz City is hoping that its wait for playoff relevance will end soon. Kevin?
We all are. David, thank you.
And the work ethic of Zeller. Now that's what makes him dangerous when scoping out opportunities on the offensive glass.
Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. The tray. And the Nets, another 3.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
And it's out of bounds to the Hornets as Charlotte retains possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
We're just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
Jared Allen's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Pass to Johnson. Back to Kurucs. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Batum finds Biyombo. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by, plenty of daylight on that shot. Bridges has got 11.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Back to Johnson. Pass to Luau. Three-pointer. And the Nets, another three.
Rozier, come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Let's talk about it. Great competition going on. That's what makes a matchup like this so much fun to watch.
Now, here's Bridges. He's got 11, and they pick up 2.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Over to the wing. On the wing, but 2. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Here's Bacon. To the paint. Here's Biombo.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Oh, Kevin, the coaching staff has to be upset. You can't give the opposition easy buckets like this, GA.
A dangerous score from just about every area. Bridges very good at capitalizing in a number of ways.
Here's Temple. He's got 6, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Rozier, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Thomas goes in, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Thomas got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Now the pass to Zeller. That's good, and it's Rozier with the assist. Zeller's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets. Here's Harris, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got his second bucket.
Oh, the timing couldn't have been better on that assist.
Now Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against Miami.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
And the call against Lance Thomas. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul.
Rozier up top. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They are leading by 12. And Big Fella, your thoughts on the Hornets?
Well, Kenny knows about.
And that's a wrap.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. What can you say, guys? Miles Bridges, an impressive effort here today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Charlotte, Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard. Now, here's Rozier. Jared Allen unable to get his last shot to go. Biyombo. That's good.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
You'd like to see a little more energy coming out of halftime on the defensive.
Hornets leading by 14. To the inside. Washington passes to Graham. Here's Biyombo. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And the Nets miss again.
But this is not the start they wanted coming out of the break. 0 for 3 so far, and they're not playing with much intensity.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Washington, the tip in on the offensive rebound. Washington's got 6.
Yeah, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
from deep three-point range. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, not everyone has Steph Curry's shooting ability. I'd be surprised. I'd be hurt if he tries another one like that again.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Upside Thomas looking to end the run. Here's LeVert. Tips it up. And Thomas with the second chance points. Thomas got his second basket of the night.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in.
Oh, beautiful looking 3-ball from Rozier, really expanding his range.
And one of those little spark plug guys, Terry Rozier, plays the game with Greg, I think a chip on his shoulder.
I mean, the story goes, as a kid, when his temper flared, his mother would have to sit on him until he cooled down. He's learned to channel that fire and emotion into his game.
Shot clock at 5. Graham lays it up off the glass. He has 7.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Thomas passes to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Here's Graham. He has 7. Pass to Biyombo. Shoots. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Washington's got 8 points.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
LeVert kicks to Harris. Offline with his 3. And here's Charlotte. They're on a 15-4 run right now. A 3-pointer off the mark. And here's Chiozza. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets to the middle. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
Charlotte ball.
We've got a moment now to see the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the top shooters in the league. Third is Jared Allen.
And just so reliable offensively. It's one thing to find good looks, but you've got to finish when you get them, and he does at a fantastic rate.
Here's Graham. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Gets the 3-pointer to fall.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Chiozza passes to Thomas. And the Nets miss again. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's foul number 2 for him. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Some changes for Charlotte. Down low, it's intercepted. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
For Brooklyn.
Both free throws good from Crawford. Here's Monk. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. 17 seconds left to play here in the third. Shot clock at 6 from about 19 feet. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Johnson, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. There's more and more we're seeing star players give their sneakers to fans at the end of games. Did you ever do that?
Oh, yeah, man. Especially when I was with Dada, I would give a pair of shoes away after every game.
Oh, great.
Really love doing it on the road. At home, it's really cool. But on the road is great because that's where you know that fan braved all those other fans and the elements to wear your jersey and to be the only one there. So you look for that kid. I used to look for the kid with the number 4 Weber jersey and be like, hey, kid, I know what you went through to wear that tonight. You make sure you go home with these bragging rights. Tell them these are fresh from the game when we beat your team, baby.
Yeah, that's a neat way to connect. They've got Garrett Temple. Luwawu is out there with Karuch. And it's Crawford, and it's Hall in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the Nets 5. And it's Martin missing. The Nets shooting the ball at 42%. Here's Temple. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Here's Monk. And he uses the glass on the layup. Monk's got his first bucket in this one.
And how committed is Monk there on the attack to the rim? When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to take it all the way.
Inside. The Nets working the ball around now. There's Crawford with the 3. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Charlotte is gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. And it's Martin missing. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. And the call will be against Hernan Gomez. That's his first foul. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But now I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand rest. And so many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But, no more curl.
And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Three-pointer, Martin drops in the tray. Martin's got his first 3 points of the game.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Well, it had to be. These days, you need to stretch the floor somewhat to make everything else work.
Charlotte's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Monk kicks to McDaniels. A negotiating concession the league wants from the Players Union. Prospect attendance, Chris, at the draft combine and team-wide access to player physicals.
Well, this is a tough one because I don't think that a team that is not interested in you should have your physical. And we all know that information is shared, and so it should be genuine in the teams that are truly interested. And so I understand agents holding back on that. Medical information is something very serious that just because you have an opportunity to be drafted, your information shouldn't be spread all across the world just because you're at a combine. It'll be interesting to see how it plays out, but basically you just want a level playing field for everyone. And if we have that, it'll be better for everyone.
To the paint, it's stolen. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball, and Anderson slams it in.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Monk. Kicks it to Martin. 5 to shoot. The 3 ball. Kept alive by Charlotte. Hernan Gomez passes to Monk. Martin goes in. Here's Hernan Gomez. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Charlotte.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Miles Bridges.
He was the one dictating the pace tonight, playing up-tempo or slowing it down, but always scoring.
Martin kicks to Monk. To the middle, here's McDaniels. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that seals the deal.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hall passes to Musa. Deep two from Crawford. Drained for 2 points.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
From the stripe. No good. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win to come into an opponent's building.
You play 2K.
All the time.
You act.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And now you have an album. Anything you can't do?
I can't.
The Hornets making their grand entrance earlier. Looking good. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
The most positive thing about his last 10 games, the work on defense. His mindset has become very aggressive. The steals are up, and he's becoming a big factor on the defensive end.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Brown out there with Shabazz Napier. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And for Charlotte, Bridges out there with Washington. And there's Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2-guard spot.
Well, for Washington, D.C. basketball, they have one title to their name. The champs back in '78.
What a run that was for that team led by the great Wes Unseld. But boy, in the 40 years since that title, my goodness, fans of this franchise have waited so patiently for that return to greatness. When will it come?
Now here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Just 5 on the clock. Biyombo with the block. Fast break now for Charlotte. Here's Graham. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Always feels good getting that first one in the bank.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bridges kicks to Graham. Charlotte moving it around. Washington with the rebound. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
I mean, it's a big-time victory when you can just storm back like they did. Didn't have a good first half, but completely outdid themselves, particularly in that third quarter.
So it's the Hornets now, following the bucket by the Wizards.
Just 1 made field goal in 5 tries. Not a good start.
Pass to Hachimura. He dishes it to Bryant. Napier with it. Passes it to Hachimura. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And there it is for us. The Wizards have gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Brown kicks to Napier. Bonga deciding where to go with it. Clock at 6. Hachimura the pass to Bryant. Shoots over Biyombo. They get it back. Pass to Hachimura. A second chance effort, and he connects with the jumper. Hachimura's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance.
And with the 6'8" arm span, Terry Rozier plays a lot bigger than his 6'1" height.
Kevin, there is no doubt this is one of the outstanding rebounders from the guard position. He is an excellent defensive player. Scary Terry can hurt you on both ends of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Bismack Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Rozier.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
To me, Greg, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
Here is Mahinmi. After the basket by Charlotte. Here's Hachimura. And that one, good. Hachimura's got 6. And so Graham will bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. The pass to Zeller. Out to the right wing. There's Bacon. No good on the triple. Wizards have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Here's Smith. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Batum passes to Graham. There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Washington. Again, the Hornets score. Washington trailing. And it's Smith penetrating, and he gets the bucket.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Here's Graham. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
And he didn't take any plays off at the defensive end. I mean, he wound up with 4 steals on the night.
Hits the front of the rim and out. Here's Hachimura. 4 seconds left. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And when Hachimura is looking to score, it sometimes forces the D to get aggressive. Love the energy.
And he makes both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
There's Bacon. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we'll be back with you. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Wagner out there with Hachimura. And it's Smith, then it's Robinson, and it's Mahimi in at the 5 spot.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Hornets trail by 3. Batum passes to Washington. Here's Zeller out to the right wing. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. Now here's Zeller. Nicholas Batum unable to get his shot to go.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Got that one up quick. Bacon's got his first points of the game.
And buckets like that have been hard to come by. Not the most exciting game. Both sides look way off in terms of their shooting.
Well, you have to appreciate the defensive battle for sure. Both squads struggling on the offensive end. We call this grit and grind.
We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. The kick out to Bryant. Brown dishes to Bryant. No good from outside. Hornets trail by 3. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
For 3, Bridges. Offensive rebound. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Pass to Bryant. Nice ball movement by Washington. Biyombo with the block.
Well, Biyombo's calling card, right? A terrific shot blocker. Boy, put it in his vicinity. He's sending it back.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
It's good. Brown's got his second basket. This tug-of-war game continues.
And, guys, that's lucky number 7 already in this game.
Passes to Rozier. Now Bridges. 5 points in the game. And there's another one for the Hornets.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
Now here's Napier. Rozier defending. A minute 50 left now here in the second. Here's Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
That's what you call rolling off the screen with intention. Mahimi attacking with confidence.
Pass to Bridges. Biyombo with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against Miami.
And his scoring is going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
Ryan passes to Mahimi. And Mahimi with the stuff.
That's how it's done, my man. Jan Mahimi attacks the rim. No one gets in his way.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And, of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
We've got 1:13 left in the first half of basketball. It's tipped. Robinson, that's good. Robinson's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards. And the Hornets making a change here. Washington's checked in. And a change for the Wizards. Smith has checked in. And here is Graham. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game. Washington tipped back in for 2.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
And those second chance points can add up. Robinson. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
A flat-out bulldog in the paint. Great job to follow his own shot there and get the basket.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Smith. But they recover it. Wagner, good.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
The Hornets shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well. Just about 75% from the line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Just 4 seconds left in the second quarter. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Wizards lead by 2.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. The lead is 2. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the shooting guard position. So that's who James Borrego starts the second half with.
Substitution for your Hornets.
And the Wizards with possession. Here's Napier. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. And the Wizards lead by 4.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Here's Washington. He's got 8, and it's Biyombo with the jam.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Here's Bonga, defended by Bridges, and Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte shooting 43% from the field. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Graham, the pass to Washington. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Washington. Bonga, the pass to Bryant. Here's Napier. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, trying to find themselves in the second half here. Just 1 for 4 from the field. Can someone in the group get hot? Let's see. They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
Here's Hachimura. He can't get it to go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Down low, here's Washington. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
To the middle, and they get it. And Bryant slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy. And the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Pretty interesting, Doris, to see how these NBA players that come into the league looking one way physically and they leave looking another way, they change their bodies over the course of their careers.
Kevin, you talked about this earlier. These players commit to their season over the course of 365 days. Virtually no offseason. Think about the reigning MVP, Giannis Antetokounmpo, who adds 50 pounds of muscle from the time he enters the NBA. Or the other side of the equation, right? A Yusuf Nurkic or a Marc Gasol who drop weight, Kevin, to enhance their quickness and their stamina. These guys are so committed.
They are.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Now, here's Bridges. He's tightly guarded. Back to Rozier. Just 5 to shoot. And here we go, the Wizards' fast break. Here's Bonga, and they take the lead. Bonga's got 6.
And right there, you see the decision-making ability of Hachimura. Sets his man up perfectly.
Graham surveying the floor. Rozier, the pass to Washington. From 12 feet out. And Napier pulls it down. The Wizards with the lead. There's the pass to Bonga. Misses in close. Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Miles Bridges. For Charlotte, they've gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Here's Graham. Guarded by Robinson. Graham with the bucket. Graham's got the game tied up here for the Hornets. The Wizards shooting straight 49% from the field. Robinson passes to Mahimi. Nice ball movement by Washington. Wagner uses the glass to finish the layup.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Up top, Graham, guarded by Robinson. A shot by Batum, no good. And so Brown will bring it up for Washington. Out to Smith. Wagner passes to Mahimi. Now Robinson. Brown outside. The Hornets pull it in. Biyombo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside, Batum. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Wizards out front. Up. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. So on the floor for Washington, Robinson is out there with Ish Smith. Then there's Brown, and it's Pasekniks in at the 5. Pass to Hernan Gomez. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Kicks to Robinson. Inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And although he started playing the game later in life, Hachimura has picked it up well, and exciting young player to watch.
And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Here's Martin. Here's Zeller. Passes it to Hernan Gomez. To the paint. Outside for Batum. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Here's a look at what's coming up for Washington. On Friday, they'll be matching up against Gordon Hayward and the Boston Celtics. Then on Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And for that matchup against the Nets, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Robinson misses.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Hernan Gomez passes to Martin. Bryant with the rebound. Bryant's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Smith. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup. And now a chance to see the former Demon Deacon Ish Smith in action. Has been in the league for a while now and played for several teams, and he's a veteran through and through.
Batum passes to Zeller. Back to Batum. Right wing. On for 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. And when you have Ish Smith on your team, you know he's going to give you scoring off the bench.
And Smith not exactly great at any one thing, but the whole package is solid for a reserve. As long as you can make the right decision and just run the offense, that'll get you pretty far in this league.
It's stolen by Smith. And here they come. Here's Hachimura. Finished off the break. Hachimura's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards.
And the scary thing is, Hachimura is going to keep getting better. Games like this prove how special he can be.
Martin kicks to Monk. Six to shoot. And again, the Hornets missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look. Well, this is what you're trying to do. Put the game away.
And he hasn't forced much tonight, Greg. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
And Brown over to help. Batum wide open. He fires. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Smith the pass to Brown. Smith kicks to Bryant. And here's Brown outside. That one's not going to go. And the Hornets now going the other way. Stolen by Robinson. And here we go. Washington fast break. Brown outside. Smith against Hernan Gomez. Shot on the wing. They get it back. Here's Hachimura. And a lot of contact on that one. So the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor,
they got it right with the review.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. The Wizards also changing it up. Boggs checked in, and it's Napier in for Ish Smith. Washington to stop the drought. Here's Bridges, and he converts the layup.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing.
Now here's Napier. Just 4 to shoot. For the 3. And again, Washington no good. Bridges inside the three-point line. It's hauled in by Brown.
That's his first personal foul.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
2 shots.
And he ends up making the second, and that will put them up by 9.
Well, he got the important one to go. Their lead should be safe now.
Here's Biyombo. Up again. It's good on the putback.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
And it goes down 2 points. And the Wizards lead by 9.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Good.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
Brown outside. It's tipped.
He has the length to send shots back. I like seeing Bridges make his presence felt on this end.
Where do I start? Where do I get my rhythm? Where do I get my groove?
I always start off with a bounce. You just start with a bounce, and then you see.
I'm part of the baddest game, most successful game in the world. I went to Portugal this year, and the young tour guide goes, "It's Doris Burke from 2K." It wasn't Doris Burke, the announcer.
The activity in front of the Brooklyn. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And he's been very active with his hands. How about the steal numbers this month? He's been really hounding on the defensive side.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Harris is out there with Thomas. Then there's Allen. Then there's Caris LeVert. And it's Chiozza in at the point guard position. Doesn't get it to drop for him. To the inside. Some solid defense from Bryant. Here's Washington now. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. Napier with it. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Unloads from 13.
Get it! What a throwdown there, man!
Here's Chiozza. 11 points for him in that last game against the Warriors in San Francisco. Harris looking it over. Pass to Chiozza. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Harris, no good.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Here's Napier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Blatant contact. Straightforward call. Simple.
Good on the second free throw. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Brooklyn. It's a 3-point game. And moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. In transition, here come the Wizards. Kept alive by Washington. Wizards passing it around. Launches it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Brown. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. The Wizards with another miss. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. LeVert with a wide open look. Kept alive. And Thomas with the second chance points.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
Hachimura the pass to Napier. LeVert against Brown. The 15-footer. Good.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Shoots from the elbow. That one doesn't go. And the Wizards now going the other way. Last time they met was in Washington.
Yeah, and they really squeaked out a close one in that last matchup. Came down to just a few turnovers that gave them the margin of victory.
Well, composure, execution, efficiency in a tight ball game is typically what's going to determine the winner.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. And then for Washington, Mahinmi's checked in for Thomas Bryant. Robinson comes in for Troy Brown. And Smith subbed in for Napier. And that one drops.
That's how you pass the pumpkin. I mean, Smith really keeps his head on the swivel to get that ball over to his open teammates.
Yep, it counts. Thomas got 7 points in the game.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
So for the Wizards, their last game, a win against the New York Knicks.
And a great front office in Brooklyn. General manager Sean Marks taking over in 2016, and he just signed an extension.
And you know, guys, that San Antonio tree has some great branches on it all over the league, and he's one of them. I mean, he's been a player, a coach, has worked in the front office. Marks understands all sides of the basketball business.
Now here is Smith. Pass to Hachimura, and he dunks it down.
and proving to be effective around the rim. Hachimura leaving no doubt about that one.
Here's Johnson. Washington with the rebound.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
And it's Allen with the jam.
Allen's got some old school big man in him. He's got great hands and mobility and does a good job finishing above the rim.
Fires from the wing. Thomas. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Here's Hachimura. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Johnson surveying the floor. Lets it go from deep. Rebound by Mahimi. Wizards leading by 3. Smith on the wing. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. The layup off target. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the pass to LeVert. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Set up on a platter that time by Harris. A room service dime right there.
Mahimi passes to Bonga. Misses the jumper.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Wizards lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Wizards, guys.
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, and you know, when a team establishes an edge on the glass early, it really sets things up for the rest of the game.
They've got Karuch. Garrett Temple is out there with Johnson. And it's Crawford. And it's Luwawu in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Here's Temple, guarded by Robinson. Temple gets the bucket. And here's Napier. He picked up 21 points in their last win against New York.
And he also looked to attack at the defensive end of the floor. 3 steals in that game. And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Robinson. Here's Wagner. Another shot. And they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
The Nets making a switch here. Chioza's checked in.
I like the fact he had his head up immediately looking to make the dish down the floor. Get rid of it quickly.
Brown outside. They get it back.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And Robinson with a clear path to the basket. Count that bucket. Robinson's got the lead up to 5 now for the Wizards.
And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish.
No good from Luwawu. The Wizards have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Now Napier. Outside Robinson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Mark, you ever think we'll see a player coach in the NBA again?
I don't think so, Kevin. The role is just so demanding. You know, it requires so much, and there's so much scrutiny now. I don't think you can effectively play and coach in this day and age. No, I don't think you'll see it happen.
Last one we saw was Dave Cowens back in the late 70s, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. That's a long time ago, man.
With the Boston Celtics.
Yep.
another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Guys, that's been the key to their lead. I mean, simply put, the effort they've displayed on the glass has been the difference.
And it's Napier missing. Nets trail by 7. Temple dishes to Crawford. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 10-2 run here. Here's Robinson, and Robinson throws it down hard.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Here's Karuch. And again, it's the Nets missing. Washington leading now by 9. And there's the call on Garrett Temple. That is his first foul of the game. Jared Allen's checked in for Brooklyn. Hachimura, he's checked in for Washington. Now here's Napier, guarded by Crawford. Pass to Napier. Here's Bryant. Sweet move. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Crawford leading the charge. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Brooklyn making some changes. Thomas checked in for Karuch. Harris comes in for Garrett Temple. And it's Johnson in for Jamal Crawford. Then for the Wizards, Bonga's checked in. And Smith subbed in for Napier. That one goes in. And the Wizards lead by 9.
And every once in a while, he'll show up and give you some great moves around the hoop.
Harris kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. The good-looking shot from the wing. Luwawu's got his second basket of the game. Here's Washington. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Wagner. Thomas with the steal. Here we go, one-on-one. Harris against Brown. From deep, Johnson. They grab their own miss. Back to Harris. Goes back up. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Here's Luwawu. He's coming off a 13-point game against Golden State. Hachimura grabs the miss. 32 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Stolen away. And they're pushing it up. Here's Harris. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
Now, here is Smith. Lets the 3 fly. It's hauled in by Harris. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Allen leading the charge. Johnson can't hit. Brown wide open. He fires. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And the first half is...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A pretty close game for the Wizards throughout the first quarter. They saw their lead grow to a high water. And that...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 7. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown, and it's Bonga in at the small forward.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Kicks it to Brown. Nice ball movement by Washington. Napier passes to Bryant. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's LeVert. Banked in off the glass.
LeVert is always aggressive. I like that mindset of his, especially in how he drives to the rim playing downhill. Goes there with a lot of speed.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Harris. Again, the Nets for 2. And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third.
Boy, I covered Jared Allen in college, and you look at the physical profile he's got. 7.5-foot wingspan, big hands, explosive, really good athlete. He's got all the tools and an upside without limits.
Lock at 6. Round kicks to Napier. That 3 off the mark. Nets trail by 7. Chioza passes to LeVert. And here's Harris from the arc. Ball's knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. You were talking, Clark, about Allen's length and leaping ability. He's dangerous around the rim.
Boy, he sure is, guys. Still developing his skill game, but he's already more than serviceable at the offensive end of the floor. And we know he's a rim protector defensively. Good feet, gets up and down.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Hall's checked in for Brooklyn. Justin Anderson comes in for Caris LeVert. The free throw drops for Bryant. The mid-range jump shot, you've talked about this a lot, is still valuable if you can hit it with consistency.
Yeah, and if it's a quality shot, Kevin, I think you should shoot it. Move the defense, move the ball to get a quality shot, and I think one of the very best at knocking down the mid-range jump shot, Kevin Durant clearly. But how about Chris Middleton? Elite mid-range jump shooter, and DeMar DeRozan as well has a strong mid-range game too.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations, Greg, have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Releases from 15, and the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And they've worked the ball around so well tonight for those quality looks from mid-range.
Well, it's interesting. The defense continues to back off, expecting them to attack the rack, but they just continue to pull up and knock down those mid-range jumpers.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hall passes to Chioza. Shot from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Wizards. Hachimura's got his 6th rebound on the night. The kick out to Bryant. That one off the back iron and out.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. And it's Robinson with the jam.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Here's Temple, guarded by Robinson. Here's Temple. Now the dish to Anderson. And again, it's the Nets missing. Washington leading now by 13. Here's Hachimura. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And it's all about getting to the right spot. And Hachimura did just that in transition.
Home. That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. So for the Wizards, Bonga's checked in, and it's Brown in for Robinson. On defense, Washington kicks it out to Johnson. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. From the high post, and good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Luwalu's got 6. Smith the pass to Hachimura. Here's Bonga. Brown dishes to Smith. Here's Mahimi. And it's Mahimi finishing it off.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. We've got Crawford. Karuch is out there with Thomas. Then it's Johnson, and it's Luwawu in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Crawford kicks to Thomas. Out to the wing. Here's Luwawu. That one misses. Washington leading now by 19 points. Here's Bonga. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Bonga, the pass to Brown. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Jamal Crawford picks one up. And Clark, when you look at how the game has changed, if you were entering the league today, how would you reshape your skill set?
Well, the biggest part would be expanding my shooting range. I was a good shooter at the time that I played, but would need to expand it and was just starting to stretch out my shooting to the three-point line. And then also defensively be a little more committed to that end of the floor, really working to get better there. But ball handling, passing, scoring, rebounding, those were things that I did pretty well.
Wizards making a switch here. Bryant's checked in. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And Bryant slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Here's LeVert, and they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Wizards.
Passes it to Nathan. Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall I think it's pretty solid.
Fires the three. Sinks the triple.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
Wizards leading by 23. Jacks up a 3. Score the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And, even though he's not a lights-out shooter from deep, the defense still has to be more aggressive there.
Offensive rebound. And there's the pass to Thomas. Johnson left side. Pass to Karuch. Second shot opportunity. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Rel Clark is one Latvian makes his way out of New York. Another Latvian, Kurucs, makes his mark with the Brooklyn Nets.
Yeah, the second rounder making an impact right out of the gates, ready to be an NBA impact player. He's an efficient scorer, a versatile defender. So far, so good from what I've seen.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Hall's checked in for Thomas. Anderson comes in for Harris. Musa, he's checked in for Caris LeVert. And it's Crawford in for Tyler Johnson. Both shots good from the stripe. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
And the shot no good from Utah.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Wizards.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. There's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
I tell you what, he's got an unreal feel for that corner 3. Huge mistake to give him that shot uncontested.
Good, nice play there from Napier.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
To the right side, Crawford with the steal. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Karuch. Anderson with the ball. And Anderson slams it in.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Washington again turning it over. Crawford looking over the floor. That one good for 2.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to 2K TV. Bill Simmons, the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right here.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
A look from earlier as the Nets bus arrives at the arena. No doubt. As we get a break in the action, now let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. We'll take a look at the Nets. They're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs. And checking out Charlotte, they're 10th best in the conference.
And checking out Charlotte, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Thomas is out there with Jared Allen. Then there's Caris LeVert. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Chioza in at the point guard position. And for the Hornets, we've got Bridges. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2-guard position. Now, here's Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. The Nets on offense. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors. Harris outside. There's the 3. And that one is off. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And guys, you just can't afford to give away points from the foul line. Not in the NBA. Teams are just too talented.
Yeah, and that's got to be annoying to them. I mean, work hard to get to the line, but fail to capitalize.
Well, Chris, as we wind toward the end of the regular season, what do you notice as an analyst that you didn't notice when you were playing?
Wow, I think what I didn't notice when I was playing was everything that goes on around the arena. Now I get to the games a couple of hours early. I get to interact with fans. I get to see game productions. The business of basketball, just how much everyone loves the game, from Adam Silver down to someone at the concession stands at the arena, how it really is a community and a family. Because when I was in Sacramento, I'm just playing for Sacramento. I didn't realize how many people in New York and Detroit and other places supported not only us in Sacramento, but their home teams, and just seeing how passionate everyone in the business of basketball, how passionate they are, and that's just something awesome to be a part of.
Brooklyn with the ball, following the miss by Miles Bridges. And he's going up for the alley-oop, and stolen by Graham. Oh, and here comes Rozier all alone. Yep, that one goes in there.
And that's up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Here's Chioza. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
They've missed 3 of their first 4 shots, having a little trouble finding their leg.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Aggressive, just an attacker. Bridges wants to rock, especially near the rim.
Allen passes to Thomas. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there's the foul. It's on Miles Bridges. That's his first foul. And some changes here for the Hornets. Zeller, he's checked in for Biyombo. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Bridges. And it's Batum in for Rozier. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. 5 on the clock. Harris kicks to LeVert. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Graham. Johnson with the block. And they'll keep possession. The pass to Graham. Second chance shot. Allen with the rebound. Nets trail by 4. Here's LeVert. And he goes in for the dunk.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set him up.
And so Graham will bring it up for Charlotte. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami. Kicks to Batum. Pass to Bacon. Here's Washington. And Thomas over to help. 7-foot shot. Good. He hits the jump shot. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Johnson surveying the floor. And here's Harris from the arc. Offensive rebound, Nets. LeVert against Batum. LeVert the pass to Thomas. Batum with the steal. Feeds to Zeller and taken away by Johnson. And here we go with Allen running it up the court. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. The first free throw is good.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time to develop in Brooklyn.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Caruth is checked in for Lance Thomas. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And Garrett Temple subbed in for Caris LeVert. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Temple. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Allen. And it's Allen slamming it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
Yeah, going defense to offense in an instant. Every team now
tie game here in Charlotte. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Well, no question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Setting the floor for the Hornets. Bridges out there with Bacon. Then it's Zeller. Then there's Batum. And it's Rozier in at the point. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, man, elevating his passing ability. Dimes like this from Rozier help him establish chemistry with his guys.
Rozier with the steal. To the middle, stolen by Allen. Here's Caruth. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Luwabu's shot is off. Charlotte in the lead. And a fast break now for the Hornets. They get it again. Pass to Bacon. Now Rozier. Tries again. Basket counts. Batum's got his first basket.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
And slam dunk by Allen.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Rozier. Tight defense on him. Zeller against Allen. Crawford, no one around him. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And a huge fan of that three ball from the corner, guys.
Here's Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami. Pulls it up. Caruth grabs the board. The Nets with the lead. Inside, here's Allen. Out to the right wing. Temple finds Crawford. Here's Luwawu. And a miss there on the triple. The Hornets have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Now, here's Bridges. Defense right on him. Now the feed to Zeller. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting for... And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
Going to the line, Tony Zeller. Shooting 2.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in air. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Biyombo is checked in for Charlotte. Rozier for 3, and the Hornets miss again.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Harris against Bridges. Poked away to the paint. Thomas kicks to Harris. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. 1:53 left in the first half, and the basket by Rozier. And so Thomas will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Johnson for 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Pass to Karuch. We've got 1:18 left in the first half. Here's Harris. They get the rebound, controls the rebound, and puts it back up and in.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Now, here's Bridges. And here is Graham. Now the pass to Washington. And that one, good. Washington's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Kicks it to Thomas. Passes it to Chiozza. Over Rozier. Chiozza, no good.
Oh, defense, they just took that possession off. I mean, they get away with it that time, but they got to show some more aggression.
And typically, he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Johnson, the pass to Thomas. Johnson outside. Back to Thomas. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Graham. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Here's Chiozza. Thomas with the ball, and it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. Going to bring out the and some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Hornets lead by
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. They did jump out to a lead in the opening period, but and that does it for our half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Jared Allen with a strong contribution so far in this one.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. They've got Thomas. He's out there with Harris. Caris LeVert is out there with Allen. And it's Chiozza in at the point guard. Harris misses.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him. And he knows it. The best thing they could do is try to get him more easy looks.
Thomas inside. Graham defending. Here's Harris. The dish to Allen. Harris kicks to Thomas. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Allen. They get a hand on it. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Fans, broadcasters love to see teams get out and attack in transition. Would you like to see the league crack down on intentional fouls that will halt that break, slow down that break, stifle that break?
No, because the home fans or the fans of the team that's fouling doesn't want that team to get out and get an easy 2 points. I mean, we still have to have defense in the game, so anything that takes away from teams scoring, you just can't say, well, we want to watch them score, don't do it. No. And very honestly, if you're an unselfish team, usually on those breaks, it's usually because a player holds the ball too long.
Right.
Usually they have another open player in front of them that they can pass it up to. And if you're an unselfish team, usually you'll still give the fans what they want. And that's a crazy highlight.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And some changes here for the Hornets. Cody Zeller's checked in for Washington. Dwayne Bacon comes in for Miles Bridges. And it's Batum in for Terry Rozier. Graham surveying the floor. Shoots the three. Headshot off. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Crawford left side. Dishes it to Thomas. Pass to LeVert. From downtown. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Charlotte leading by 4. Batum attacking, and Batum throws it down.
And really, Batum is so adept at draining these shots off the drive, using his speed and athletic frame to easily coast to the rim.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Allen with it, working on Biyombo. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Now Batum, pass to Graham. He feeds it to Biyombo. There's the pass to Graham. Again, the Hornets score.
Even with the D giving him a lot of attention, he's still finding ways to light him up. Yeah, and the Hornets, they'll be one of the more disciplined teams you'll find in this league. Keep mistakes to a minimum on both sides of the ball. That's a big part of why the Hornets are tough to play.
And Biyombo has it in the corner. Zeller passes to Bacon. Graham with the ball. Just 5 to shoot. He kicks it to Biyombo. Takes the three. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Allen.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
And the Hornets making a change here. Rozier's checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Rodion Kurucs comes in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Johnson in for LeVert. Trying to get something going. Almost, but it rolls out. And Chris, for the Hornets, as we know, their coach Borrego preaches preparation.
Well, yeah, and it shows it up in the stats, Kevin. I mean, they're the best in taking care of the ball. The team does not take silly fouls on defense.
The Hornets have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight.
And one thing that gives these scouts confidence in Zeller's ability to expand his shooting range is the fact that he's been a solid free throw shooter ever since he's entered this league.
Johnson against Rozier. Allen. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Biyombo's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
And Batum really likes getting shots off from the interior, using those long arms of his well to release the shot over the defense.
Here's Luwawu. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Hornets.
34 seconds left to play in the third. And Batum kicks to Rozier. No good on the three.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would tonight.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Johnson. Hornets have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Zeller passes to Rozier. On the wing, Batum. Allen with the rebound.
He gets the playground jumper and can't make good on it. You don't get many chances easier than that.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. And here's Rozier. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Washington and Zeller are in the middle. Terry Rozier is out there with Bacon. And it's Bridges in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Hornets 5. Hits it from three-point range.
Oh, beautiful looking 3-ball from Rozier. Really expanding his range.
Outside Thomas. Looking for Allen. He gets it there. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Chris, this is a specialty of yours. Which current bigs are best at finishing contested shots right at the rim?
Oh, well, I'll tell you this, the best big in the league last year, averaging 17 points, scoring in the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yes.
I mean, he'll dunk on anybody, move out the way he finishes. What about Embiid inside? What about Gobert? What about Boogie Cousins? Should I continue? I can keep going because the big man is back, baby.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to just 10 points with the bucket from Harris. Passes to Zeller. Bridges dishes to Zeller. Here's Graham. His three-pointers off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Tipped away. Allen outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Here's Graham. Pass to Bridges. He dishes it to Graham. Back to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. Pass to Washington. Kicks it to Graham. There's the triple. Rebound, Brooklyn. Harris, right side. Down low. Johnson outside. And it's Thomas at the elbow. The pass to Harris. Now here's Thomas. He's guarded closely. That shot off. Charlotte leading by 8. Here's Bridges. Up and in on the layup.
And solid at just cutting through the defense. Give Bridges a lane, and he'll make you pay.
Allen left side. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Passes it to Graham. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And the NBA 2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. I'm nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. Like, it's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Allen. Over Zeller. Here's Thomas. Pass to LeVert from the arc. Offensive rebound, Allen. Chioza passes to Harris. Here's Thomas. Allen trying to break free. Good on that shot, and with that, the Hornet lead is cut down to 12 on the bucket from Thomas. The Hornets have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. It's stolen by Allen. Inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Free throw good, Thomas. Charlotte making a switch here. Biombo's checked in. And both free throws good for Thomas. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Washington passes to Graham. The pass to Rozier. He kicks it to Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Rozier, the pass to Washington. Here's Graham. A new 14 for Charlotte. The kick out to Rozier. Passes it to Graham. Now Bridges. Beyond the arc. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Hornets.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season. Rozier kicks to Graham. The putback, it's good on the putback.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
You know they are, sure. I mean, come on, the finish line is in sight. All they have to do is play it smart.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Graham's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hornets. Chioza passes to Thomas. Lays it up off the glass.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
LeVert against Rozier. Kicks it to Biyombo. For 3, Bridges. He's off on that one. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the...
fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September.
And getting mentally prepared to compete. You see the focus. You feel the energy. These guys are... And let's go. It is indeed, DA. Thank you. So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Washington. Then there's Terry Rozier. Then it's Bridges. And it's Graham in at shooting guard. And for Washington, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Napier is out there with Brown. And it's Bonga in at the 3, the small forward. Rozier up top. Napier covering. And it's Biyombo with the jam.
This guy's so good at rolling with purpose after setting the screen. That's what you want from Bismack Biyombo.
It's deflected. And now here's Rozier, the fast break chance. Nails the open triple off the fast break. Of course, the playoff seedings still jumbled a bit up in the air. Just how important you think it is to get home court advantage in the NBA playoffs in this era.
Historically speaking, Kevin, as you know, home court advantage is absolutely monumental, and it doesn't matter the round of the playoffs. It could be a conference semifinal or an NBA final. If you come down to a Game 7, that home court advantage can be the difference between winning and losing. You want as much in your favor, Kevin, as you know, going into the postseason.
To end the run, a rebound by Washington.
And you know, you can't impact a shot that close any better than he did on that possession.
Boy, whether he blocks it or simply alters it, the result is pretty much the same.
And Thomas Bryant gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession. Pass to Bridges. Rozier looking around. Over Napier. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Here's Bonga. Defended by Bridges. Count that one.
First make of the day should finally give them a little confidence.
It's usually interesting. After a bit of a struggle, does the first bucket get you into a little rhythm now?
Biyombo. That's good.
Talk about hitting the ground running. 4 for 5 to start.
Fires for 3. That shot misses. And the Hornets now going the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
That's his first personal foul.
And here are the Hornets now. And the pass to Graham. Pass to Washington. And the layup is good.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Well, a new era begins for the Washington Wizards, right? A change in the front office. The team has tried for years to rebuild in a number of different approaches. Perhaps a fresh outlook for fans under new guidance gives this team new hope.
And Bryant kicks to Napier. A three-pointer is right on target.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
Now, here's Rozier. Napier covering. Now, here's Rozier. He's coming off a 40-point game against the Heat in Miami. 5 to shoot. Biyombo. Rebound, Washington. And for the Wizards and their new front office doors, a tough task ahead of them.
I think so, Kevin, because first and foremost, they need to change the culture of the team, right? Too long, there had been a lack of accountability in D.C., and I think once they address that, the rest of the rebuild could come easier.
Here's Hachimura. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
And it's slammed in by Bridges.
You know, I really like this. Instead of putting his head down, Terry Rozier keeping his eyes up and finding his open teammate.
Here's Brown. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Brown's got his second bucket of the night.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
From deep, and it's the Hornets another three.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Napier finds Bryant. Here's Bonga. Takes a three. That's Biyombo with the rebound. And here is Bridges. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Here's Hachimura, and he gets it to go.
And showing some toughness on that take. Hachimura, these kinds of buckets can energize a team.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now Bridges. Graham surveying the floor. This one for 3. Not going to go that time. From deep three-point range. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets holding on to an 8. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And when you consider how Charlotte is doing, guys, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter to play. So on the floor for Washington, they've got Ian Mahinmi. Robinson is out there with Ish Smith. And it's Hachimura in at the small forward position. Graham, the pass to Washington. Off target at the rim. Wizards trail by 6. Back to Mahinmi. Shoots over Graham. And Washington again with the bucket.
Wow, I'll tell you, Jan Mahinmi has really learned how to play off the more natural and gifted scorers on his team. That's a pretty looking shot right there.
Graham with the ball. Robinson on him. Washington passes to Graham. Off target from three-point range. The Wizards shooting 43% from the field. Wagner, good. Wagner's got 4 this quarter.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Pass to Bacon. Graham with the ball. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Miami.
Boy, and defensively, he had them off balance. He was able to come away with 4 steals.
Hachimura, no good. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. That's another miss. Number 4. He's 2 for 6 shooting.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Doris, if I were to ask you right now in the league, who has the most unstoppable shot, who would you tell me?
You know what's interesting, Kevin, is I wonder if in the long view of history, James Harden's step-back 3 will become sort of an identifiable shot with him, the way the sky hook was with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like, you wonder, does that become a signature play for James? It certainly is something that's darn near impossible to stop right now.
There's Bacon. Zeller tips it back in. Zeller's got his first points of the night.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Charlotte in the lead. To the middle. Here's Washington. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. In the third position, the Wizards.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
The Wizards shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And he sinks the second. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Here's Graham. 6 points for him. That's a bucket. His third of the game. He shot the ball 7 times.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Robinson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
This is his first free throw of the game. Brown is checked in for Hachimura. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Charlotte leading by 4. Batum with the 3. It's hauled in by Brown. Smith on the wing. Robinson against Rozier. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Pass to Bacon. To the paint. Here's Zeller.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And the Wizards making a change here. Bonga's checked in. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Trailing by 5. Their last meeting was in this building where they were able to come out on top.
And they did win that last game in this matchup. And it seemed they got the benefit of the whistle.
And Batum kicks to Rozier. And there's the feed to Zeller. Back to Rozier. Charlotte no good that time either. Wizards have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Brown, and the layup's good off the glass. Brown's got 6.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And the rejection by Mahimi.
And this is what you like about Jan Mahimi defensively. He might not be the highest flyer, but big-time enforcer.
Bonga, it's good. The assist that time from Smith. Smith's got his 3rd assist on the night. Charlotte's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. The pass to Bacon. We've got 33 seconds left in the first half of the game. And it's blocked, and they're able to recover. Batum for 3, and the foul called on Bismack Biyombo. That's his first foul. Washington making some changes. Thomas Bryant comes in for Mahimi. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Smith. Bridges is checked in for the Hornets. Rozier with the steal. Now, here's Bridges. Pass to Rozier. Taken away. Good if it goes. Oh, big time play. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The game plan did not work out for Washington in the first quarter. The deficit for them. And that'll do it.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Wizards leading by 4. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Washington out there with Bismack Biyombo. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Terry Rozier. And it's Graham in at the 2 spot. Bryant dishes to Napier. Over Rozier. The offensive rebound.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Washington. Hits the jumper. Washington's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Pretty dime there. The kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
And a nice shot by Bryant.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Here's Graham. He's covered by Brown. And here is Rozier. He's had his share of big nights at the offensive end, that's for sure. His scoring average is at 18 points a game. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Passes to Bonga. To the inside. Here's Hachimura. That one a little long.
Boy, a little indecisive. I think he wanted to kick it out, changed his mind, and ended up missing.
Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Back to Napier. Pass to Hachimura. Now Napier. Now the pass to Bonga. There's Brown with the three. A rebound by Washington. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Graham. He's covered by Brown. For the tie. The putback. Great positioning on the putback. And this game is tied up now.
We call that persistence, folks. Bismack Biyombo is a force on the offensive glass.
Bryant passes to Bonga. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And Doris, you played point guard. What do you like to see from that position?
Well, I'm going to go back to the Showtime Lakers, which was my first team that I adored when I was a kid watching the NBA. And the reality is this, Kevin, I love to see teams play in transition, get out in the open floor. What's better than watching Steph Curry cross half court with a full head of steam and the defender knowing, oh, good God, anything could happen here. He might pull a three, he might finish in spectacular fashion off the run, or he might find a teammate for a momentum-building three. Like, get in transition and run, baby.
Here's Bacon, covered by Smith. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
The Hornets have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Washington. Wizards leading by 3. Back to Smith. Nice ball movement by Washington. Hachimura got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Boy, a forgettable night for him, but thankfully his teammates have played well overall.
Bacon gets the bucket. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. Pass to Bonga. Robinson for 3. They get the rebound. That one, no good. It's tipped, and so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking coming up for the Charlotte Hornets. On Friday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Sunday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And for that game against the Knicks, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Passes it to Graham. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Bacon. Sinks the three-pointer. Bacon's got 6 in the quarter.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
The Wizards with another miss.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Bridges controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Now it's a 4-point Hornets lead.
You just can't teach that size. Bridges has the wingspan, those broad shoulders, just a tremendous rebounder for a wing. Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Graham with the ball, working on Smith. Bridges, no one around him. Great positioning on the putback. 7 points for Cody Zeller.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Smith kicks to Robinson. Pass to Smith. And another shot. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got 6 rebounds in the game. Batum passes to Bridges. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bridges has got 6.
Not only a jump shooter, Bridges also dependable at knowing how to get it done inside.
And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. And a moment ago, inside the huddle with Coach Scott Brooks.
We've got 12 minutes to believe in each other.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Shabazz Napier out there with Robinson. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
And the D not really doing its job there. A little slow to react to the ball getting into the paint.
Outside, Batum. Biyombo. And the dunk by Biyombo.
Well, showing off that athleticism is Bismack Biyombo. That's an easy one.
Bryant dishes to Brown. That's good, and it's Bryant with the assist. Brown's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And this is the time when you want to lock it down defensively. Thus far, not happening.
And Greg, it seems to me a lack of effort and a lack of communication, and it's happening to both sides here late in the game.
Rozier, the pass to Zeller. Wants to get it to Biyombo and does. Basket good. And the Hornets lead by 6.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
It's deflected. Bacon gets the bucket.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Bryant passes to Brown. Rozier kicks to Zeller. The pass to Biyombo. Fade away with the putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Bacon's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hornets.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Pass to Rozier. "18 feet out, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Down low, and it's sent back by Bryant. And it's out of bounds, and they say last touch by Bryant. And some changes here for the Hornets. Washington comes in for Zeller. And it's Miles Bridges in for Nicholas Batum.
Well, with the size and athleticism, Bismack Biyombo has the capability of getting on a scoring roll.
Robinson, that's good.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Hornets leading by 8. 1:53 left here in the 4th quarter. Here's Rozier. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Biyombo, a willing screener, and gets his teammates open. I love it.
Wizards making a switch here. Bonga's checked in. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Graham's checked in. Brown kicks to Napier. Brown outside. Passes it to Napier. Fires the 3. But they get it back.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Brown, good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. Brown's got 6 in the quarter. Charlotte has gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Here's Bonga, defended by Bridges. There's Brown with the 3. The Hornets pull it in. Here's Washington. Pass to Biyombo. Kicks it to Graham. And there's the pass to Rozier. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. Count that one.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Free throw line jump shot. Bonga, no good. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Charlotte turns it over again.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Martin, the pass to Hernan Gomez. Lets it go with the three. And the miss. So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They came in here